Welcome back to my channel. The last time I posted, we talked about definition of electrolysis, types of electrolysis, and relevance of electrolysis. In this video, we'll be talking about the machine that we use to perform electrolytic process. This machine is known as electrolytic cell. So whenever I hear electrolytic cell, talking about the machine we use when performing electrolysis, the basic components are electrolyte. Electrolyte is inside the electrolytic cell and it represents the substance we are electrolyzing in its liquid state. That's why the electrolyte is liquid conductor to be electrolyzed. It can be an acid, base, or salt. This simply means that it is going to be ionic. It can split into positive and what? Negative. Hence, in its liquid state, it can conduct electricity. That's why we say it is an electrolyte, a liquid conductor. The next thing we'll talk about is the electrode. The electrode are the two solid conductors that we use to direct electric current into the electrolyte. So the electrode is used to direct electric current into the what? Electrolyte. And the electrolyte now undergoes decomposition. After the decomposition, some processes now separate the components of the electrolyte into its individual elements. Now we'll continue. Within the solid conductor, we have what we call the cathode and the anode. The anode is the electrode that is connected to the positive terminal of the current source, while the cathode is the electrode that is connected to the negative terminal of the current source. Now note that current flows from positive to what? Negative. Hence, during electrolysis, current enters the electrolyte through the anode and current leaves the electrolyte through the cathode. The two of them form the electrode. Anything that moves to the cathode will gain electron, while anything that moves to the anode will lose electron. Anode is connected to the positive terminal of the current source, making it to be the positive electrode, while the cathode is connected to the negative terminal of the electric source, making it to be the what? Negative electrode. Now, by one of the basic laws of electricity, opposite ions attract, or opposite charges attract. Are you getting it? When we have changed our electrolyte from solid to liquid, this is molten sodium chloride. It is now in its liquid state. It is going to split into ions, positive and negative. There are millions of these ions here. We are just representing it with only two. This positively charged ion known as the cation, and this is usually the metal. This is known as cation, and it comes from the metal. Why is this known as anion? And it's formed from the non-metal. Cation is formed due to loss of electron, while anion is formed due to what? Gain of electron. This is how both of them are formed. Now we'll continue. The cation, which is positive, is going to be attracted to the negative electrode, which is cathode. So please note, During electrolysis, the cathode attracts the cations, while the anode attracts the anion. Note that. Remember that I told you that anything that is moving to the cathode is going to gain electron, while anything that is moving to the anode is going to lose what? Electron. Now, this basic process I just explained now is one is going to transform these ions into elements or molecules. Inside the electrolyte, they are existing as what? Ions. But after the electrolysis, they are now going to be existing as sodium metal and chlorine gas. And as we move further, we are going to express how this happens. That is the next video that I'll be posting, which is going to be on ionic equations. Ionic equations, as you see, is going to express how ions are discharged as elements or molecules during the electrolytic process. So, for today, you have learned everything you need to know as regards to electrolytic cell. When I come next time, we look into ionic equations.